So I'm busy washing my window while I'm getting gas because it's a mess. My truck looks disgusting. Living here, all the dirt and dust. I gotta go get this thing washed. This thing's ridiculous. The greatest thing about this car wash are the free vacuums, because after my Naked and Afraid series, if you haven't seen it, check it out up here. I definitely needed to vacuum this out because it was sand everywhere. Clean, perfect, just the way I like it. But guess what? In like a day or two, it'll get windy and the dust will blow again and it'll be dirty again. So I'll have to wash it all over again. You know, one thing that I really love that it just did it again right now, and I know it does it to everybody, is when you talk to Siri to do a voice to talk and they completely get it wrong. Am I not speaking English? Maybe Siri speaks Spanish. Hey Siri, do you speak Spanish?
In fact, I speak several forms of Spanish: Chilean Spanish, Mexican Spanish, Spain Spanish, and US Spanish.
Hey Siri, do you understand English?
In fact, I speak several forms of English: Australian English, Canadian English.
Okay, whatever. No, you don't, because when I talk to you, you don't understand any of it. Just so irritating. Trying to drive and send a text, and it completely gets it wrong. Thanks a lot, Siri. So yesterday I'm sitting watching my buddy Brandon. He's a YouTube creator. There's a card to his channel. It's On to Purpose. He has a motivational channel, and every week he produces great content that gives you motivation, gives you a different outlook on how you should actually look and perceive life. Yesterday I was watching him and I got this great idea. It popped into my mind when he was talking about what he could tell his self at a different time. It's kind of what I would like to do, of if I could go back in time, what would I tell my younger self? What would I tell young people watching me right now? What would I say? Well, I had a rough childhood, not too rough, but I didn't grow up in a very good neighborhood, and my dad was not around. I don't blame my dad for not being around. I don't blame my mom for my dad not being around. But I do blame life, and I always thought, you know, I got like the short end of the stick. But said that life is good. It's not always good, but it is good, and it does get better. Number two, you are not the only person that feels the way you do, that feels like what you're going through. Whatever it is that you think you're going through right now, you're not alone. There are tons of people who feel exactly the same. You just kind of need to reach out and make friends and group up with people that have that same feeling and just talk it out. I would tell my younger self, because I know I'm shy. As a younger kid, I was shy. I didn't say a whole lot. I was the quiet kid. I always tried to make people laugh. I always tried to make jokes and make friends, but I never stood out because I was too shy to do it. Do something, stand out, be yourself around other people. If I had known that then, what I know now, I would probably be, that's why I'm doing this now, because I'm not a shy person anymore. I have broken out of my shell, and I'm here to share my life experiences with you. But get out there, do something, make those memories that you are going to remember. Just remember, you never want to look back and say, I wish I had done this or that differently. Do it right now so that later on in life you can say, I did what I wanted to do. I don't have to regret anything. You don't want to live life with any regrets. just know that you're not alone in this world. Unless you don't make an effort to reach out to others, then you're putting yourself alone. If you make the effort, you will never be alone. There are so many people out in this world that have the same likes, they have the same thoughts as you, and you can be best friends with them. But if you don't give them that chance, how will you ever know? Get to know somebody, get to know people that are different than you. Travel as much as you can. If an opportunity comes up, do it. Travel if you can. I joined the Marine Corps because the greatest thing that was ever said to me was by my recruiter. And he said, if I don't do anything, you're gonna sit on that block. You're gonna sit in your neighborhood with all the same people that you hang out with. But if you never leave and you never do anything different, you're gonna stay in the same exact place. The funny thing is, I went to boot camp for 3 months, went away, I went out on deployment, went to Okinawa, went to Thailand, I went to Hong Kong, I went to Tokyo, I went to all these different places. And the sad thing is that when I came back, most of the neighborhood guys that were there were doing the exact same thing. So I got 4 years of experience doing something different that I never would have had if I didn't take that leap and join. And I joined for different reasons because I believe in my country. I wanted to fight for my country, and that's why I joined. Not to mention, it got me out of doing nothing for 4 years. Another one would be, know that your parents love you. You might not think that they know what you're going through because you think that your life is so much different from the way that their lives were when they were kids. I guarantee they've dealt with the same problems you have. They've dealt with the same boy or girl problems. They've dealt with friends that don't seem like friend problems, teacher problems, school problems, social problems. I mean, every problem you could possibly imagine, I can almost bet that your parents have gone through it too. You just have to give them a chance. Open up and let them help. They know. They might not know your particular problem, but they know of the general problem. They've gone through it. Look where they are now. They've made it from where you are to where they are. It's not easy being a parent. I know that for a fact. 4 kids from 17 to 3.5, and each one has their own particular problem. I'm not saying I understand all 4 problems that go on at the same time, but I can almost bet that I've been there and I've had it happen. So ask your parents. You know what? If you're having a major problem, ask your parents. Parents, I know the kids don't want to hear it, but guess what? You've been there, and hopefully they come around. I know that I'm getting what I deserve because I wasn't a great kid, and I told my mom that the other day. I was laughing, saying that now with these kids, any problems that I'm having with these kids as parenting, I'm getting back what I deserve because I wasn't a great kid. But hey, such is life. We all learn. We will get through it. And I love each and every one of you kids, and I want you to know that. Work hard at your career. You might not know what kind of career you really want, but when it pops up, do everything you can to get that job. I wanted to be a canine handler. I worked the hardest that I possibly could. I read books, I took classes, I asked people, I hung out and spent every single waking moment that I could trying to do something to get that job. So that when I turned in my resume, I had this much. Everyone else, they probably had that much to put in. Am I the best? No. Was I the best? Was I the most qualified because I did more to get that? Maybe, I don't know. But I finally got it, and I'm super excited. Today is my 4-year anniversary of having my partner, and I love it. I love every single day working with him. It's amazing to see how dogs work. So you want that job? You go out there and you do whatever you can to get it. Read a book. Read whatever you can on it, and you write that on your resume that you read that book. You write that book on that resume. You attend a lecture. You go anywhere that there is having to do with that job, and you write all that down. It makes it that much easier for you to get your job that you really want. You really want it? You gotta work for it. That's enough about me giving my advice of what I would tell my younger self. It would be amazing to be able to travel back in time and do that. I go out on recruitment jobs, and I try to tell these kids exactly that. You want something, you gotta work hard for it. So my parting words would be that life is a waste of time, and time is a waste of life. So waste your time and have the time of your life, because you're never gonna get it back. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.